Welcome aboard. So we're to sequence three, and we're going to talk about day one, day two, day three, and day four of sequence three. Now, what this does, this chart's going to show how all of the cycles of time are going to unfold and how those cycles of the earth are connected to the human body. And if you're out of balance with routines that are going to leave the earth a better place socially or environmentally, so we need to do both, right? In order to have an optimal earth where we can all be our optimal and our healthiest, we have to have routines that reflect that. Now, our negative design, our human nature, deters us from doing positive things that are going to help people in the future. That doesn't mean we can't. It just means that if we don't, what's going to happen here is these charts are going to help you understand the consequences of that. So, for example, we've got some alignments this next sequence. Now, it's not quite as powerful as, say, the next sequence. This is what sequence four looks like. This is going to be a challenging sequence for a lot of people. And you can see the colors here are really starting to pop on sequence four. So, sequence three, a little bit easier here. Now, day one, for people that have lower quadrant problems in their body, there's some pretty good amplifications that are going to happen here. All right. Also, in day three, we're going to have some lower quadrant amplifications, specifically right side on day three. For people that have headaches and upper quadrant stuff, day two, day three, and day four, there are some alignments that are going to affect those. Now, day three is probably the one that has the longest and the strongest alignment where people are going to notice this. Now, the other thing that you can look down here, you can see that during day one, two, three, and four, you can see how the cycles of the earth are going to be connected to the quadrants of the body and what parts of the body are going to experience the hardest or the strongest test load. Okay. So for example, you see how the left lower quadrant really kind of dissipates to almost nothing, 1 to 2 cycles after day two into day four. However, people that have been struggling with the right lower quadrant of their body, this next 4 day sequence, there are quite a few cycles that are consistently testing that part of the body. So if you hurt on any given day, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you document the time, and then we'll connect you to the cycle that was in control at that time, that was connected to that part of your body, and we'll show you how you'd want to change your choices going forward so that they wouldn't create a negative future experience for collective populations. So the last thing we're going to talk about here are these top three colors. So when the space-time cycles are changing out, sometimes they change out all at the same time, and that's what you're seeing here, where a lot of cycles are changing at the same time and they create an agitation. Now, this is collective agitation. So day one, so 919, you're going to see in the news that this is going to be kind of a crazy day. Now, this is not that high in reference to what's coming, for example. Let me show you what sequence four looks like. This is a lot of collective agitation. So sequence four, there's going to be a lot of drama that's going to happen in the news, okay? This isn't going to be quite as newsworthy because you can see collective agitation levels are down, but they're definitely going to affect us here in day one. Day one is going to feel like a full moon kind of day, and it's just because there's a lot of agitation going on, and this isn't affecting just one of us, this is affecting all of us. All right, so you've got a handle of what this is right now. So these up here are the agitations that kind of activate our defensive design in addition to what we talk about already with our individual rhythms. Down here is telling us the test sequence, so we know what parts of the body are going to be hit hard this next 4 days. So this is why you want to have routines that reflect positivity. Any routines that are negative, all it means is it's going to tell you what parts of your body are going to age faster and have unfortunate feelings, and you're going to have unfortunate experiences. If you're in balance with the earthly sequences, everything gets better. Body feels better, experiences go better. That's just how this works. All right, if anybody has any questions or concerns, you make sure you reach out to me. But this collective chart is super important because the purpose is for us to get better. And for anybody who isn't getting better and making better and more refined choices in the future, that's what pain and suffering is all about, is to help us transform and break free of those negative patterns. And once you understand what pain and suffering is all about, it really kind of puts a new spin on things. All right, I hope everybody enjoyed this and that they're going to get something out of this sequence three. What we're trying to do here is we're trying to advance every sequence. We're going to try to improve upon all of our current routines so that we can get healthier and healthier, and we do this together. All right, guys, talk to you soon.